Growing your own beans is a rewarding experience that offers both joy and sustenance. Imagine stepping out into your backyard and harvesting fresh beans for dinner. It's a simple pleasure that connects you with nature. Not only do homegrown beans taste better, but they also allow you to control how they are grown, ensuring no harmful chemicals touch your food. Beans are an excellent crop for gardeners of all skill levels. They are relatively easy to grow and can thrive in various climates. Whether you live in the warmer regions of the south or the cooler north, there's a bean type that can flourish in your garden. As a nitrogen fixer, beans also enhance soil fertility, benefiting future plantings. The versatility of beans is another reason to consider growing them. They can be eaten fresh, dried for storage, or even canned. Each type offers unique flavors and uses in the kitchen. From hearty soups to fresh salads, beans are a nutritious addition to any meal, packed with protein and fiber. Starting a bean garden is a fantastic way to engage with sustainable living. It reduces your carbon footprint while providing fresh produce. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a small patio, there are ways to grow your own beans and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Bush beans, pole beans, and runner beans each have distinct characteristics that suit different gardening needs. Bush beans are compact and perfect for small gardens. They grow to about 2 feet tall and do not require support. These beans mature quickly, allowing multiple harvests in one season. Pole beans, on the other hand, are climbers. They require a trellis or support to grow. This makes them ideal for gardeners with limited space since they grow vertically. Pole beans tend to produce over a longer period and often yield more than bush beans. They are known for their tender pods and delightful taste. Runner beans are similar to pole beans but bring an ornamental touch to the garden. With their vibrant red flowers, they attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. They require the same vertical support and can grow quite tall. Runner beans are often perennial in warmer climates, offering a continuous harvest. Each type of bean has its unique growing habits and flavor profiles. Choosing the right one depends on your space, climate, and personal preference. It's possible to grow all 3 types in the same garden for a diverse and bountiful harvest that spans the entire growing season. Preparing your soil is a crucial step in growing healthy beans. Beans thrive in well-drained soil rich in organic matter. Start by selecting a sunny spot in your garden. Beans love sunlight and will perform best in areas that receive full sun for at least 6 to 8 hours a day. Begin soil preparation a few weeks before planting. Clear the area of any weeds or debris. This step is important to prevent competition for nutrients. Once cleared, work in a generous amount of compost or well-rotted manure. This enriches the soil and improves its structure, facilitating better root growth. Beans prefer a slightly acidic to neutral pH level, ideally between 6.0 and 7.0. You can test your soil pH with a simple kit from a garden store. If your soil is too acidic, adding lime can help balance it. On the other hand, if it's too alkaline, sulfur can be used to lower the pH. Before planting, ensure the soil is warm. Beans are sensitive to cold and will not germinate well in chilly soil. A soil temperature of at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius is ideal. Covering the soil with black plastic before planting can help warm it up in cooler climates, giving your beans a better start. Planting beans requires attention to timing and technique. Start by marking out your rows or planting sites. For bush beans, space seeds about 1 to 2 inches apart in rows that are 18 to 24 inches apart. This spacing ensures adequate air circulation and room for growth. For pole beans, establish supports like trellises or poles before planting. This prevents damaging the roots later. Space seeds about 4 to 6 inches apart in rows that are 2 to 3 feet apart. This allows the vines to climb freely and receive ample sunlight. Runner beans, like pole beans, need support structures. Plant seeds about 6 to 8 inches apart. If space is limited, consider planting in teepee-shaped structures or along fences to maximize vertical space. Ensure that the support is sturdy enough to handle the weight of the mature plants. When planting, sow seeds about 1 inch deep in the soil. Cover them lightly and water gently. It's important not to overwater at this stage, as beans can rot in overly wet conditions. If you're planting in cooler climates, consider starting seeds indoors and transplanting them once the weather warms up. Section 5. Watering needs. Keeping your beans hydrated. Watering is essential for beans to thrive, but it's a delicate balance. Beans do not like to be overly wet, so it's crucial to provide just the right amount. Start by watering deeply, but infrequently. This encourages roots to grow deeper and makes the plants more drought-resistant. During the growing season, aim to provide about an inch of water per week. This can come from rainfall or supplemental watering. It's best to water early in the morning to minimize evaporation and allow leaves to dry, reducing the risk of fungal diseases. Drip irrigation systems or soaker hoses are excellent choices for watering beans. They deliver water directly to the soil and roots, preventing water splashing on the leaves. This method also conserves water and ensures more efficient hydration of your plants. Monitor the soil moisture regularly. It should be kept consistently moist but not soggy. During periods of high heat or drought, you may need to increase watering frequency. Conversely, reduce watering during rainy spells to prevent waterlogging, which can lead to root rot. Section 6. Pest Control, Defending Your Crop. Pests can pose a significant challenge to growing beans, but with vigilant care, they can be managed effectively. One common pest is the bean beetle, which can damage leaves and pods. Hand-picking these beetles early in the morning can be a simple yet effective control method. Using row covers can protect young plants from early infestations. These lightweight fabrics act as a physical barrier, keeping pests away while allowing sunlight and moisture to reach the plants. Remember to remove covers when the plants start flowering to allow for pollination. Aphids are another pest that can affect beans. They suck the sap from plants, causing them to weaken. Introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs can help control aphid populations naturally. Alternatively, spraying with a mixture of water and mild soap can deter these pests. Diseases such as powdery mildew and root rot can also affect beans. Ensuring proper spacing and watering techniques can reduce the risk of these diseases. Regularly inspecting plants and removing any infected parts can prevent the spread, keeping your crop healthy and productive. Section 7. Maximizing yield, tips for a bumper harvest. To maximize your bean yield, focus on a few key practices. First, ensure your plants have adequate space and sunlight. Overcrowding can reduce airflow and light, leading to lower yields. Regular weeding ensures that nutrients are not being diverted to unwanted plants. Feeding your beans with a balanced fertilizer can boost growth and productivity. Beans typically do not require much nitrogen, as they fix their own. However, a fertilizer rich in phosphorus and potassium can support flower and pod development. Consistent harvesting is crucial for prolonged yields, especially with pole and runner beans. Picking beans regularly encourages plants to produce more. Don't let pods over-mature on the plant, as this can signal the plant to stop producing new pods. Lastly, practice crop rotation in your garden. Avoid planting beans in the same spot each year. Rotating with crops that do not belong to the legume family can prevent soil-borne diseases and maintain soil fertility. With these practices, you'll enjoy a plentiful harvest throughout the growing season. Section 8. Conclusion. Starting your bean growing journey. In conclusion, growing beans offers a multitude of benefits, from delicious homegrown produce to improved soil health. Whether you choose bush, pole, or runner beans, each type can bring joy and nutrition to your table. By preparing your soil, planting carefully, and managing water and pests, you can ensure a healthy crop. Taking the time to understand the needs of your beans and implementing the strategies discussed can lead to a successful and satisfying growing experience. Remember, gardening is as much about patience as it is about practice. Each season is an opportunity to learn and refine your skills. Starting your bean garden is a step towards sustainable living. It reduces the reliance on store-bought produce and gives you control over your food's quality. Plus, the satisfaction of eating beans you've grown yourself is unmatched. So, gather your seeds, prepare your garden, and embark on this fulfilling journey. With the right care and attention, your bean garden will flourish, providing you with bountiful harvests and the joys of gardening.